A crime prevention program in Prince Albert is garnering attention here in the border city. It's called Community Mobilization, a program that uses community support to prevent crime and violence instead of dealing with it after it happens. Now, while there is a violence prevention program in place here, city officials as well as police and school board officials were interested in learning more about this initiative. A packed house filled the Legacy Center to hear from officials in Prince Albert. It's part of a crime symposium where members of City Council, RCMP, school divisions, and area residents took part. They were learning more about the Community Mobilization Program that has been in place for over a year now in Prince Albert.
It was basically started with the city police in Prince Albert, and I think they realized that the way things were going in PA, they were never going to be able to get enough police to deal with what was going on.
The program includes several agencies, including police, social services, mental health, and educators. Here in Lloydminster, there is a similar initiative. It's called the Violent Threat Risk Assessment Program. Dr. Michael Diachuk, the Director of Education for the Public School Division, says he's impressed with their system.
This model here that we heard today really allows us to look at it in a more preventative model. We may have the crisis that we deal with in vitro, but then we may take that incident and say, okay, what do we do?
The program only works if the community bands together.
The reality is, though, is that we don't solve all the issues ourselves, and we're going to need the commitment of other agencies along with police and education in order to solve some of these issues.
Lloydminster's top cop says he would like to see something like this take off here.
I don't think that you need to hit bottom before you maybe implement a program that's going to be advantageous to the public.
As for results, Sergeant Schneider says it's difficult to pinpoint exact numbers and statistics, but that there is improvement.
We're finding increased confidence in the relationships amongst the frontline service providers. Police are seeing a reduction in calls for service within the city. The Wainwright Hospital is getting some provincial attention. As we first told you yesterday, a couple of Alberta government officials visited the hospital to get a first-hand look at the aging facility. Now, the hospital is 40 years old and is starting to show its age. Residents have been asking for a new facility, seeing how there is no room for expansion. But there is another reason why the town would like a new hospital. Wainwright is home to a Canadian Forces military base.
If something, God willing it never would happen, but if something went wrong, this is where they would come, and we need to be prepared for them. I have had the pleasure of visiting the base, Canadian Forces base next door, and you have great friends over there because they are also advocating for a hospital in Wainwright. This isn't a normal community. It's got some extra pressures on it with the military base, and we have to meet those pressures.
Doug Griffith says the Minister of Defense has written a letter of support for a new hospital, but the feds say healthcare is a provincial issue. As for the future of a new hospital, there is no specific timeline as to if or when Wainwright will get one. The provincial government says by the time it tables a budget next year, it will have a clearer picture as to where the project stands. Well, farmers and producers looking to see the next best thing in farming are in for a treat next week. The second annual ADM Farm Tech Expo is this Tuesday, and organizers say it will be a one-stop shop for all the latest technology and information under one roof.
It's a very cost-effective way to be able to learn a whole lot about what's going on in the farming industry, as well as to be able to come out and they can connect and meet the merchandisers who they talk to on the phones all the time, but don't always get a chance to meet face-to-face.
Also in attendance will be keynote speaker Greg Costal, a market advisor for producers in Western Canada. He will speak about market forecasts. The expo will feature 20 vendors, and organizers are expecting more than 200 people to check out the event. Now, if you would like to check out the Farm Tech Expo, it's happening this Tuesday at the Lloyd grounds. You can buy your tickets early for $15 by calling the number on the screen, or you can pick them up at the door for $20. The Christmas season has arrived with decorations going up all over the border city. The Civic Center Auditorium is no different, showcasing beautifully decorated trees for Lloydminster's annual Festival of Trees. Now, the 2012 gala may not be open until Monday, but as Kelsey Bloxham explains today, those young and old got a sneak peek of the festival.
The Festival of Trees has been a Lloydminster tradition since the early 1990s. For Bev Foote, who's been on the organizing committee for over a decade, the event is about creating a lasting legacy for future generations, with money raised going towards the Richard Larson Bar Colony Foundation.
They're trying to redo the Rendell House, and they're creating a village at the museum. And the Heritage Society is upgrading their machinery that's been donated, and they want to make it look really good for the community. We just want to create a legacy for our children and grandchildren to enjoy.
Today's sneak peek was a chance for everyone to enjoy some cider and take in the festive atmosphere.
Why we put these two teas on is for children and grandmas and grandparents that maybe don't want to come to the gala, but they get to look at the trees and enjoy them.
The trees are all sponsored by local businesses and then decorated by another before being auctioned off to the highest bidder. Victorian Magic set the mood as this year's theme in honor of the Queen's Diamond Jubilee.
This is a British colony originally, the Bar Colony, and the tree was brought over from Germany by her husband Prince Albert to England, and they donated trees to schools and barracks to spread the goodwill of a Christmas tree.
But even with so many beautiful trees, everyone has a favorite.
I think it's really creative, and I like the deer. It's kind of cute.
It just has beautiful lights and has like the musical notes on it and has a beautiful angel on it.
Well, since pink is my favorite color, and it's pink, and there's lots of decorations around it, it's my favorite, especially the shoe.
It has a little Rudolph at the top, and that's one of my favorite Christmas songs, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and it has a bunch of funky decorations all over it.
Last year's event raised over $30,000, a total organizers would be more than happy to beat.
We've come up a long ways when we first started, so we're really happy with that. We've had a lot of good people donating to us, and volunteers and donations from the community that really help out.
Kelsey Bloxham, Newcap News.
Now the Lloydminster Bobcats, a little bit of a slide lately, looking to break a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah, but it wasn't going to get any easier going into last night's contest. They were pitted against the hottest team in the AJHL, the Grand Prairie Storm. First period of the game, Nolan Yaremchuk with a shorthanded opportunity. Can't bury it. He would be ejected later on. Same frame, Curtis Skip leaves the puck. Neither Storm player wants it, and Braden Crone nearly fools him. Other end, Cole Barrett can't control the puck. Storm nearly capitalize on 2 chances. Cats with the extra man off the faceoff. Barrett totally redeems himself. Snipes one top corner from the point. 1-0 Cats. Second period, Storm win the boards battle, but crank it off the iron. Jade McMullen then shows some speed, parts the D, and draws the odd tripping penalty. Storm power play doesn't last long, though, as Lyndon Springer is knocked down right in front of the ref. So home team on the power play, Dustin LeBrun right off the faceoff, rifles at home. 2-0 Cats. Nearing the end of the frame, Kelvin Waltz on the rush. His first game back from 6 weeks on the IR. Gets the pass in front. Can't convert, though. To the third we go. Just 2.5 minutes in. Local boy Lyndon Springer pots his first Junior A goal. Bobcats in complete control, 3-0. Dustin LeBrun would add another one moments after. He had 3 points on the night. Backup Devin Green was great late as he won his first game. And Grand Prairie scored on a 2-man advantage with just over 7 minutes left. But the Orange and Black were successful on 9 of 10 penalty kills as they snapped the Storm's 11-game winning streak. They also broke their own 3-game losing streak thanks to a little extra jump that head coach Ryan Parent couldn't quite explain.
Well, that's unreal. It's so sweet on so many levels. We just ended a big streak on one of our rivals, so that felt good, and it was a good way to end one of our streaks, and it was a good team win. Everyone came together, and it just feels unreal right now.
Steroids in the Gatorade. I don't know. I really don't know. I think our guys just know that we have to play hard every game. I think that they know we can't take a shift off or a period off, and you know, they committed to playing 60 minutes today, and we came out on top.
I think this is one of the games that help you turn a corner. You know, it's probably our best win. Yeah, definitely our best win so far. It's like I said, a rival team, and we spank them like that, and it's good to see we got 2 more games, 3-game series with these guys, so it's good to get the first one with the win.
With a huge Bobcats win last night, fans have already gotten more into the spirit of the team. But with around 30 former Lloydminster Junior A players in the building this weekend, the Civic Center is buzzing.
Lloydminster Junior Hockey has changed a lot in 30 years. There have been the Lancers, the Blazers, and now the Bobcats. Despite the many changes, there's a reason the team has endured.
There's a lot of people who love hockey in Lloydminster, and you know that hasn't changed at all. I think the fans come out and they want to see a team that works hard every night.
The Bobcats are celebrating their history with their first ever alumni weekend. A large group spanning all decades took part in an alumni game this afternoon, including the franchise's first ever head coach, Larry Sauer.
You know, we played to crowds of 1,600 every home game, so it was super for the city. It was just a great thing to bring junior hockey into Lloydminster.
7 first-year players are enjoying the alumni weekend, saying their junior years were some of the best of their lives.
You know, it was good. It was exciting to come back and be part of the first team to come to Lloydminster, and you know, it's a proud moment. You get to come home, you get to start playing at home. And
there's a camaraderie with the teammates. Still to this day, you know, you get to talk to some of them, you keep in touch with. Yeah, there was always great experiences like scoring an overtime goal or, you know, just making the playoffs our first year, which was a big deal when we beat out North Battleford. So that was awesome.
One alumni who has done it all is Danny Haygarth. He fulfilled the boyhood dream by making the team in the late 80s as a 17-year-old. He's helped others get their chance by being head coach in 2000, a fill-in assistant this year, and a perennial billet.
For me, it was just that sense of community, the pride to play for your home team. I want local kids to stay and play hockey in Lloydminster, and I want the Junior A Bobcats to win a national championship one day. And
if that championship does come, the players will know they have 30-plus years of alumni carefully watching.
It's your hometown, your home team. No matter where you are, where you live, they're always your team.
The Cats face the Storm again tonight. Grand Prairie is the only team to beat the Brooks Bandits this year, and the Cats beat the Storm last night, so it's safe to say Lloydminster is the best team in the AJHL. There were 76 minutes in penalties last night, so this could be a chippy affair. Puck drop is 7:30 at the Civic Center. The Bonnyville Pontiacs rolled over the Whitecourt Wolverines last night, winning 5-2. The Ponts outshot the first-year team 47-20. Jackson Dudley and Levi Ansel each had a pair of goals. Bonnyville has now won 4 straight, and with last night's win, leapfrogged Whitecourt for 3rd spot in the division. The Wolverines have won just 2 of their last 9 games. The two are back at it again tonight in Whitecourt. Huge weekend in local volleyball as Kitscoty High School was hosting the 2A Boys Provincial Championships. Kitscoty in the green in this one went 3-2 in their pool. They won their quarterfinal matchup against Crete in a tight 3-set battle before losing to unbeaten Calgary Christian in 3 sets in yesterday's semifinals. That put them in today's bronze medal game against Central Christian. Kitscoty played well, but the visitors proved too powerful today, winning in straight sets 25-21, 25-12. It is still Kitscoty's best finish in provincials ever. The championship game today was a matchup between unbeaten Calgary Christian and Picture Butte, who won their semifinal in straight sets. The two teams met in the first game of the tournament with Calgary Christian winning in 3 sets. This afternoon, Picture Butte got revenge by pulling off the upset, winning in straight sets to capture the 2A Provincial Championship.